In a time long forgotten, in a vast kingdom nestled at the edge of the great Kaisuk jungle, there lived a skilled hunter named Nduna. Renowned for his unparalleled prowess in tracking and hunting, Nduna was celebrated among his people, the Tembali, as the hope of the village. However, as time wore on, Nduna began to grow restless, yearning for glory beyond the ordinary animals of the jungle. Tales of a magnificent creature known as the Nyasa leopard, with fur that shimmered like the night sky and eyes that glinted with the wisdom of ages, stirred his ambitious heart. The Nyasa leopard was more than just an animal, it was a sacred spirit, revered by the Tembali and protected by the ancient laws of the jungle. Elders would gather around the flickering firelight, recounting stories of the leopard's power, the blessings it granted those who revered nature, and the dire repercussions that awaited those who sought to harm it. To hunt the Nyasa is to invite ruin upon our land, they urged. But these stories grew fainter and fainter in Nduna's mind, drowned out by the intoxicating call of adventure and the desire for glory. One dusky evening, under a regal indigo sky dusted with stars, Nduna felt the pull of destiny. With his bow slung across his shoulder and resolve in his heart, he ventured into the Kaisuk jungle. As the moon cast silvery light through the canopy, he found the Nyasa leopard. It moved with an elegance that seemed to defy the laws of nature, its coat shimmering like a constellation come to life. Overcome by ambition, Nduna readied his arrow, drew back the bowstring, and released. The arrow found its mark, and the Nyasa let out a sound that echoed through the jungle, a cry that spoke of betrayal and despair. As it fell, Nduna's heart raced with triumph, but that triumph was short-lived, as the once vibrant jungle fell eerily silent, the very air heavy with mourning. The disastrous consequences of his actions manifested swiftly. The next morning, the villagers awoke to a thick, choking fog that obscured the sun. Rivers ran dry, crops withered like old parchment, and sickness clung to the lives of the Tembali. A deep illness settled over the village, and shadowy figures whispered the tales of a hunter who had defied the sacred bond between the people and the spirits of the jungle. Guilt gnawed at Nduna's conscience as he witnessed the turmoil among his people. With each despairing look from his kin, he felt the unbearable weight of his actions pressing down on him. That very night, as despair clutched the village, Nduna saw the council of the village elder, Momania, known for her wisdom and knowledge of the ancient ways. Elder, he confessed, I have brought ruin upon our village by killing what was sacred. I must make amends, but how? Momania's eyes, wise and mysterious, reflected the flickering firelight. To heal this land, you must journey deep into the heart of the Kaisuk jungle, to the temple of the spirits. You must face the guardians of the jungle and confront the consequences of your actions. Only then can balance be restored. With Momania's words echoing in his heart, Nduna set forth at dawn, the mist lifting to reveal a path cloaked in shadows. He traversed the depths of the jungle, each step weighed down by the shadows of his guilt. Along his journey, he encountered fierce trials that tested not only his skill as a hunter but the essence of his very character. On the third day, he found himself at the base of the great baobab tree, an ancient sentinel of time where the spirits of the jungle gathered. Here, he met the spirit of the viper, a regal serpent adorned with jewel-like scales. Its voice, smooth and sinuous, intertwined with the rustling leaves. You seek to mend what you have broken, hunter. But unearthing the roots of your actions requires more than bravery. It demands understanding. Nduna listened closely as the spirit summoned visions of his ancestors, showing him the sacred pact they made with the jungle, not as rulers, but as caretakers of its lifeblood. He saw the sacrifices made to honor the Nyasa leopard, who had once watched over their people with benevolence. Honor the balance, the spirit whispered, and acknowledge the pain you have invoked. With each encounter with the spirits, a fierce lioness representing courage, a wise owl embodying knowledge, and a playful monkey symbolizing connection, Nduna learned that the jungle was not a mere backdrop for his ambitions but a living entity where every creature held significance. They urged him to reflect upon his own shadows, charging him to confront his ambition and arrogance. After days of trials and revelations, Nuna found himself standing at the temple of the spirits, a radiant glade bathed in luminescent light. In the center stood the ethereal form of the Nyasa leopard, its presence both fierce and graceful. With eyes that held the depth of the cosmos, it gazed at Nduna, its voice resonating like a distant thunderstorm. You have chosen the path of redemption, but you must show the villagers how to honor the sacred bond. I understand now, Nduna replied, trembling with emotion. I was blind to the interconnectedness of life. I will teach my people to live in harmony with the jungle. With a flick of its tail, the Nyasa leopard granted Nuna a shimmering pendant, glinting like the night sky. Take this token back to your village. Let it serve as a reminder of the sacred pact, a beacon illuminating the path back to balance. As Nuna returned to Eldenwood, the fog began to lift, revealing the sun's golden rays for the first time in what felt like ages. Holding the pendant aloft, he gathered the villagers, recounting the trials he had faced and the wisdom imparted by the spirits. They listened intently, their hearts filled with hope, as the burden of despair began to lift. With the Nyasa leopard's gift, Nduna led his people in honoring the spirit of the jungle. Rituals were established to show gratitude, and songs praising the balance of nature harmonized in joyful celebrations. The Tembali learned to live as one with the jungle, nurturing the land together with the wisdom of their ancestors. The forest thrived anew, the rivers ran clear, and the animals returned with grace, marking a restoration of harmony. In the years that followed, Nuna became a revered figure not merely for his skills as a hunter, but as a protector of the sacred bond between the Tembali and the Kaisuk jungle. The story of his journey, filled with lessons of humility and reverence for nature, wove itself into the fabric of Tembali folklore. Generations passed, and around fires that flickered in the night, elders told the tale of Nuna and the Nyasa leopard to children wide-eyed with wonder. They spoke of bravery, wisdom, and the importance of honoring the spirit of the jungle, a timeless reminder that in respecting the delicate balance of life, one can forever be woven into the sacred tapestry of their land and the hearts of their people.